So I've been reading the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And while I haven't finished the book yet, there is something that I recently learned that I think is super important. And it's something that I wish younger me knew, and it's still something that I still need to work on till this day. I think a lot of people already know about this, and it's already so well known, but I think so many people forget the importance of it. It's the skill of being a good listener and encouraging the other person to talk about themselves. You probably think that this is so obvious and so already so well known, but think back to the last time you had a genuine conversation with someone. Were you mostly talking, interrupting the person when you got an idea while they were talking? And I get that both of you guys need to talk when you're in the conversation, but I feel like most people, including myself, are more on the side of talking more instead of the listening side, which is also really crucial. And I also understand the importance of keeping the conversation alive as well, because two people need to talk in order for the conversation to stay alive. And I myself are really really focused on not on trying to make the conversation stay alive instead of focusing on listening and being present and everything, because if I just zone out for 1 second and I'm not listening at all, then it becomes a moment where there's awkward silence. And I don't think anyone likes that awkward silence, especially when it's with someone that you don't really know, or it's with a friend that you haven't seen in a while. So, how do we get better at listening? I know listening is pretty universally known, so I won't get into too much detail to bore you out, but basically just make sure you're not distracted or anything. Don't be on your phone while the other person's talking. I feel like this is already so well known, but I'm just gonna state it. Make sure there's no other things that are distracting you, and make sure to be present. Like eye contact and everything is super important. And you know the rest. Just don't ask closed-ended questions that can just be answered by a yes or no. Ask open-ended questions that encourages the other person to talk about themselves and maybe even their accomplishments, to really have that sense of importance and feel like they're being listened. And while they're talking, make sure to not interrupt them. Make sure to not think about what to say next. I especially do this whenever someone's talking. I'll just be like, okay, what can I say next? And then it'll just take me out of the moment, and then I'm not really listening to them. And then after they finish talking, just respond to what they said. You can share your opinion, or you can follow up with the follow-up question to keep them talking and just keep listening. So I know this is already so well known, but I just wanted this video to be like a sort of reminder to remind people the importance of listening, because listening is such an important aspect of conversations. And this is really well stated in the book, that listening gives that person a feeling of importance, which is something that we all desire. And don't get discouraged if you constantly forget to not listen while the person is talking, because and don't get discouraged if you can't come up with these good questions that allow people to really open up about themselves. That will just come with time, because listening and asking those good questions is just comes with practice, because it's a skill. So I wanted this video. I know this video is super useless, and I feel like a lot of people already know this already, but I wanted this to be a reminder for myself included, just to start to listen more often and ask good questions and actively listen to the other person and being present in the conversations, because I feel like that will really improve your relationships with other people. And if you haven't already read the book, you should definitely give it a read, because it does live up to the hype that it has all over the internet. There's so many lessons that I will probably make a video about in the future, because this book is just so good. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for me to improve, let me know in the comments, whether it's an idea that you want me to make a video about, or just anything that I could improve on. Just let me know. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.